Okay, so today I'm going to go over on how to make a cauliflower style pizza crust. It's very similar to the video that I did for the cauliflower based cheese bread. So in this bowl, what I've got is I've got about I've got half a cup of shredded cheese. I've got a little over a quarter cup of mozzarella or of Parmesan, and I've got about an eighth of a cup of Italian seasoning. Over here I got my 2 farm fresh eggs, and I've got my cauliflower that's been trimmed. Because today what I'm going to do for dinner tonight is I'm making a Reuben style pizza. So in my pressure cooker I've got the corned beef going. So I'm going to get these eggs in here, and then I'm cutting the cauliflower up into about 4 or 5 pieces so I can throw into the Ninja. Okay, so I've got the cauliflower inside of the Ninja here, so what we're going to do is pulse it up to when it turns to about the consistency of rice. Good, so what we're going to do is dump this into the bowl. Alright, now I'm just kind of mixing everything up. From the video I did about making the cauliflower cheese sticks, I was going back and forth about putting the cauliflower in the microwave to steam it up to release a lot of the liquid. But with the crust that I had made out of the cauliflower, when I had cooked it at 350 degrees for like 20 minutes, and then I used my flip method to flip it over, I actually found that actually worked out fairly well. So by doing that way, I don't actually have to sort of heat up the cauliflower to drain all the water out, because cooking it at that low temp for like 15-20 minutes seemed to work out fairly well. So I'm going to continue mixing this up so that I can put it onto a parchment paper lined pizza pan. Alright, so now I've got it all mixed up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wind up getting probably, I think it's a 14 or 16 inch pizza pan. I'm going to line it with parchment paper and then spread it out. What you could do is you could use some like saran wrap on top of the cauliflower dough, and then use like a rolling pin or something to kind of roll out the cauliflower so that it makes into a nice uniform, and it presses it fairly well into a nice crust. So that's one thing that I've done before that you certainly can do, and it does work. Otherwise, you can just press this by hand. It sometimes tends to get all over your hands and whatnot. So whichever way you want to do works. That's the way to go. Alright, so here I've got the saran wrap over the cauliflower so I can press it down easier. One thing that I also will do is I'll spray either the bottom of the parchment paper or the pan and then put the parchment paper on top. And what that does is it really helps keep the parchment paper in place from sliding all around while you're doing this, because that can be a little frustrating here and there. So I'm going to continue pressing this down and rolling it all out and whatnot. Alright, so now I got it all rolled out, and this one was actually a fairly big head of cauliflower. So now I'm going to want to put it in the oven. It's at 350 degrees. I'm going to put it in for about 10-15 minutes or so. When the top starts to get a little golden brown, I'm going to take it out And then I'm going to use my my flip method to flip this over so I can cook the other side of it. And the hissing sound is just my steam cooker, or my pressure cooker. So now the pizza crust is fully cooked. It's cooled off quite a bit, so now it is ready to be topped with whatever type of pizza sauce you want. You can use red sauce. My all-time favorite is always ranch dressing, which I usually make my own, and then you can top it with whatever you want. So there you go.